At this time, I would like to call upon Derrick Brooks, who will accept the awards on behalf of the 2019 induction class.
Thank you. I've never been so nervous. I've received an award on behalf of 12. We give honor to God for having us here tonight to join in this celebration, and obviously give honor to God who's the head of my life. A couple thank yous before I continue on behalf of my classmates. I'd like to thank my friends who traveled over here to join me tonight. My agent and his right-hand lady for the last 24 years, Mr. Roosevelt Vaughn and Michelle Smith. Thank you guys for coming over. And I also like to thank my CPA who helps me tremendously for the last 24 years as well, Jeff Tainer. Thank you for coming over here and joining us. Again, bring you greetings on behalf of my family, my wife, Carol, and our 4 kids. Again, without them, to my opinion, none of these things would be possible. I met my wife when I was 10 years old, and some of you men in here are old enough to remember when you used to ask ladies out, you used to write yourself a little note. You know, will you go out with me, circle yes or no? I can't be the only guy that did that, though. Well, she finally circled maybe in probably 11th grade. But greetings on her behalf. To my classmates, Guinea, Bob, the family of Charles, my table mate, Mr. Stoughton, and his lovely wife, Coach Boltner, Coach Gilbert, Coach Rutledge, Simone, a little starstruck when I saw Simone. I must admit, I am a little starstruck because I get to share with Olympic gold medalists as my classmates, so I'm going to brag about that. Simone, Damon Bailey, Coach, I call him Coach Baker, but Dusty Baker, and obviously Tracy. You guys, I'm completely and truly humbled to share this honor with you guys and learning a little bit more about you tonight. Can I get inspired by Coach Tracy? Anybody that will go out and have a passion to compete against others that her family, they draw blood, I want that person on my team. Coach Baker, to sit here and learn about your passion as we shared in the back. You're a great, great baseball player, great manager, but to hear your passion for football and the only 4-sport athlete of this class, I truly salute you and say I'm proud to be your teammate. And when this is over, I do want to ask you about that toothpick and how that gets started. Damon Bailey, who came up in my generation, to sit here and say that you've been motivated by to play the game the right way and for the love of the game, to give that back to young men and young women. Again, I share that same spirit with you tonight, and probably just as famous. I thought Larry Bird was the famous basketball player in Indiana, but tonight Damon Bailey succeeded that. So, Damon, I brag on you as my classmate as well. Simone already told you, I'm obviously a fan of your work and being a gold medalist. And any of the other Hall of Fames I've been a part of, you stand out as my gold medalist teammate. So, again, you owe me an autograph. Coach Rutledge, character counts. To understand as you become a author, to show young men and young women the importance of being a student athlete, the importance to understand that character traits through sports is truly a foundation that we all need to continue to stand on. So I share in your journey as my classmate to always preach in this world that character counts well beyond a field and arena of any sorts. Coach Gilbert, you define that the word. Some of my colleagues used to say that if you're the jack of all trades, you're the master of none. Well, Coach Gilbert, that's not true. You're a coach of all trades and seem like you're a master of them all. So again, congratulations, and I'm proud to be your classmate in sustainability, to hear your passion, that you're just as passionate about coaching young men and young women as you are about sanding a basketball court, because you want to leave a last impression that somebody that comes into your court or your field to know that it's well taken care of. That same passion, again, I'm proud to share as your classmates. Coach Boltner, man, it seems like you're a great businessman. No matter how many donations you give, you still pay to get into the game. Wow. I think I'll take that back to Florida State as a booster. But obviously the community support that you've been able to come up with and be passionate about your baseball team, but yet remain humble in all the wins that you've been able to accomplish. And these young men to understand legacy and the greatness that come behind it, and the community get behind you. Again, congratulations on your career, and I'm proud to call you a classmate. To Mrs. Tout and your family, my table mates, to sit here and truly embody the word, the early bird gets the worm, and understand how timeliness is important to when it comes to official, and knowing the rule book and the way that you go about treating your colleagues over a career of 65 years of officiating. Man, that's motivation to me. And I found out tonight, as one of his daughters shared, that he also gave Dean Smith a technical foul in one of the games. Again, you're my hero. But obviously, his beautiful wife, 97 years old, to be here, obviously to receive that on behalf of Mr. Stout. Again, I salute you, Mr. Stout, on again, not just your marriage, but the passion that you obviously allowed your husband to be a part of in so many people's lives in the state of Tennessee. Our administrators, Mr. Whitten, and your family that's here to represent this class as well, to understand just in the film that sanction and order was important. And he was a visionary to understand that high school needed to be ran by people that cared about high school and not college. That's amazing to have that vision. And we stand on that today, this organization, on believing in the embodiment and the empowerment of high school sports, and understanding that not only can we teach through our sanctions and be regulated by our sanctions, but understand that that sets the foundation for a lot of student athletes. So the vision that he had back in the 1920s, to know that we're standing on those shoulders today, I'm proud to share as a classmate, Mr. Whitten and your family. Bob Gardner, man, he talked about us as a coach, you know, moving on into administration, that his first game that he learned that it was all about the players. I wish you were my coach, for my coach used to get on me for running through the wrong gap and getting a sack or causing a fumble. That play that you just saw, someone else actually was supposed to be running through that open hole, but I figured I was faster than the guy, so I got there first. I can't share with you now that I was taken out of the game after that hit for 2 plays. But Mr. Gardner, to understand that, again, to go through all facets of youth education, whether it was administrating, whether it was coaching, I consider an honor that you've embodied this journey of work, and now to sit back and enjoy the fruits of labor of recognizing your grandchildren out there competing and you to be a part of that. Again, I'm proud to call you a classmate. And finally, Ms. Guinea, to understand that you're motivated not just by being the first, but you want to set the pace and trailblaze for others in your respective state of Kansas. And to know that you've gone about it being a rose amongst thorns, doing it with a great deal of humility and honor, but at the same time, understand that you're there to be taken seriously as you trailblaze. Again, I'm proud to call you a classmate. So on behalf of all my classmates, we say thank you for recognizing us and allowing us to to be a part of this great organization in our various states, Hall of Fames and their sanctioning body. And finally, I just challenge you with this word, attitude. I believe Coach Rutledge talked about it when he was talking to the young people. Your attitude can guide and lead you in a lot of things in life. And I think that's what surrounds us, can bring us all together today, being in a team environment. Team environment meaning together, everybody achieves more, TEAM. And how do we do that? Through TEAM, trust, effort, accountability, and motivation. And all those foundations are set with our attitude. Before you lay your head on the bed tonight, ask yourself this question. If my attitude is contagious, is it worth catching? If it's not worth catching, I ask you to do something about it, because I want your attitude to be reflective of someone like myself. I want my attitude to be contagious, that it motivates someone to make life better for somebody else. And if it's not, I pray to God that he changes that before the next day if he blessed me to see another day, because I want everybody to catch that disease of Derrick Brooks with the proper and perspective attitude. So thank you again tonight on behalf of my classmates. Enjoy your evening.